Hey viewers, welcome to another game as a casual pro gamer. Today we're doing a Yorick game, and Yorick is going to play 3 versus 3 for us, and hopefully we will see some nice moves. So yes, we do have spectator mode on, so that means we do have to search for him, which is, well, not that hard, because there aren't a whole lot of people on this map. Anyhow, we are starting off with the lifesteal one. The lifesteal ghoul, and although technically it's not lifesteal, but it is a heal, so it's all good. Yeah, we are, or we might start off with the level 1 fight here. Lol at you, noob. Really? And then duck all the way. Yeah. Whatever. It seems that Yorick is just saying, screw you guys, I'm going top.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
So yeah, the enemies are obviously searching for them, and if they were over here, they would have gotten the first blood here. But yeah, you never know this, because for the same... well, it could also be that all 3 of them moved in here, and then you would probably still land that kill. Because, yeah, with Shen, Yorick and Annie, you have a stun, you have a taunt, and you have a crap ton of damage. And the enemy team really doesn't have anything. They have a snare, but that's about it. Yeah, she did start off with the snare. Let's see what Annie started off with. Yeah, the Q, which is the good choice if you don't want a level 1 fight. If you do want a level 1 fight, you want to go for that W and charge up the stun at the summoner platform, then run in, and then you can get an easy stun on the first target. Or, well, all 3 targets in most cases. Anyhow, currently, yeah, we will see some farming here, because that's the way this is played normally. It's not the way it's most efficient, because the most efficient way to play this would be to not be in the lane, to just be ganking all the time, getting the jungle, things like that. And wow, what happened over here? Hang on. So, yeah, for some reason Shen going all the way in, and that means that now Annie has to walk out. We already know that both of them are going to survive, but still, oh man, Annie, dude, Annie didn't get the kill. But yeah, apparently not realizing how strong this Kog'Maw is, and almost getting a double kill there. He could have gotten the kill on Shen easily. I mean, he would have taken 1 tower shot, but that's about it. And 1 tower shot, yeah, you could take 1. Not a lot more though. Yeah, there's 164 damage, and then your resists are applied. So 1/3 of that would be, or 1/4 of that would be taken off. So it's about, I don't know, 120 damage then? Oh. Man? How? Oh! Literally stayed in. Okay, that is pretty crazy mode. Getting the stun here, and is she going to... Yeah, she's just going to stay there. She should have, of course, have backed off after that stun, because Shen was coming in, and she could have, well, not taken that javelin to the face, which would, of course, have been much better. Anyhow, we are going to continue on here, it seems, with Yorick, and Yorick is just not caring about the bottom lane at all. He's just going to push this top lane and say, well, whatever you guys do, I'm just going to win this lane, and we're going to win the game because of that. Which is a pretty decent strategy. It works a lot of the times, because if you have 1 fat champion, that is normally enough to, or well, it's better than having 2 semi-fat champions. And it normally is enough to actually win the game. Especially if it's someone like Yorick, who is tanky and does damage. But that's yeah, that's kind of the point of why Yorick is so good. So another stun going off by Annie, and yeah, she does do a little bit of damage, but doesn't really have anything to follow up. She does have the boots, which is good. Yeah, same goes for Nidalee here. Kog'Maw, on the other hand, still doesn't have that, and he might actually pay for that at some point. Almost getting the kill on Nidalee. She was a little bit late on the heal there, but the heal went off just in time, and yeah, no problems. In the meantime, Yorick has been doing a little bit of damage to Morgana here. And yeah, I should stay a little bit more on the top lane, but it seems that that the bottom lane just has more pressure going, because, well, they feel that they can actually take these kills, and they are rightful, and well, they assume that rightfully, because they can take those kills. It's just a matter of timing it better, and you could see that they almost took out Nidalee there when they timed it correctly. And Nidalee really is, yeah, doesn't do a whole lot in this early game on a 3 versus 3. As long as you can dodge the javelin, she really doesn't do a whole lot. From level 6 onwards, of course, she will become a major pain in the ass, because then she can jump everywhere and just escape and chase you down with one skill. And yeah, that is just very hard to deal with. But for now, since she's only level 4, she can't really do a whole lot. She can do a level 2 javelin, but that's about it. So yeah, it seems that he did a successful gank there, or successful, well, ambush. And yeah, nicely done. So yeah, there you could see the damage that Nidalee does. It's just not enough, and it has a way too long cooldown to be efficient at killing people. It is of course good to harass, but yeah, harass is not really, well, as you can see, it's not what this map is about. The difference between the 5 versus 5 and the 3 versus 3 is the distance between the towers. Nidalee is very good at standing at her turret, a tower, and just throwing javelins at people. In this game mode, so in this map, she cannot do that because she has to stand over here. There is no tower, so people will just, after she threw that javelin and misses, or hits, it doesn't really matter, they will just run at her and kill her. And that's exactly what happens. And before level 6 she has no real way of getting out of that, and therefore, yeah, she just gets killed. And that's exactly how they should play that. Yeah, don't pick poke champions on the 3 versus 3. It's no good. You need to have either a burst champion like Annie, or better yet LeBlanc, because LeBlanc also has that jump which allows her to jump over, well, walls like this or walls like this, so here, and that allows you to stay alive for longer, and that is pretty impressive if you can miss a javelin on a standing target. And let's see what happened here. He's just going to cast all of his spells, I'm assuming. Even the ultimate coming out. And is he going to be able to escape? Yeah, he has plenty of health. Yeah, so even though he did get hit, yeah, so we see that his flash wasn't really necessary, but even though he did get hit, he had enough health left. Yeah, and you need to use your flash to flash over a wall like this. So instead of running away, if you want to use your flash anyway, then just run here and flash over this wall. Then that way you know you're far enough away from that explosion. The explosion will never hit you. And wow, Loads of damage going off and an easy kill there on the Morgana. The traps gets taken out by a worthless ghoul, and the ghouls are actually fighting the red buff, and of course Yorick will join them, but pretty cute. Anyhow, yeah, the red buff should be really nice to have for Yorick, and let's see if anyone is coming in. No, nobody is going to come in. They're all just standing here. And this is where Nidalee is good. She standing at her turret and just throwing out javelins. But the moment she has to leave that, so now she all of a sudden becomes like 50% of her normal strength. And that's the same with someone like Cannon. Cannon is also not very good here. And missing that javelin once again. And as you can see, no sustained damage on AP Nidalee, of course. The same goes for AP Cannon instead of AD Cannon. AD Cannon is still good here. AD Nidalee is still good here. But yeah, just I don't know. By the way, that doesn't mean that she cannot get kills or do very well in one of the matches. But it means that in general, well, in principle, he will not be as good as some of the others. So unfortunately, he does not grab that kill. But Shen is coming up to get this. Oh, come on, just dash and then Q. Man, Shen, what you doing, dude? Should have just dashed and then Q'd, and that would have been a kill. And here you should have dashed on the Morgana, making sure that that ultimate was disrupted. I'm pretty sure it disrupts the ultimate, but she may have had the shield on. No, I don't know. Shield going down from Shen, and is he going to stay alive? Nope, he is not going to stay alive. Morgana finally getting some kills here. Getting 2 kills. But yeah, she is the only one getting kills. It is 3 and 6 currently. And that first kill from Nidalee was just because Annie made a mistake. Yorick has Manamune, which is an excellent item on Yorick. Yorick is one of the few champions where it's actually a good item. But yeah, it is very good on him. He uses a lot of his spells, and yeah, after he goes back the first time, so he buys it and then he uses it, and then after he goes back there, he basically never has to go back again. Not for the mana anyway. Of course he still needs to go back to buy items and such, but yeah, not for anything like that. So yeah, we do have some poke going off over here, and yeah, that's about all they can do. They can launch some Kog'Maw ults, but that's about it. And that's not going to be nearly enough to kill someone, unless they're really stupid and they are going to stay in. But with the short distance between the summoner platform and the turret, there's really no reason not to go back when you're at like 20% health. So poke damage really isn't as strong here as it is on the 5 versus 5. And yep, here we go. We saw the Yorick come in here, and he is going to pick up an easy kill. They are going to now get the Nidalee. The Nidalee finally landing one of her javelins, and yeah, she's not going to. Oh, yeah, she's not going to be able to do anything else. I wanted to say, but Annie was still running in, and oh, nicely done. But Annie is going to get killed. I don't know where Yorick is. Oh, he went to get the red buff. Of course, he should have fought here with them, and yeah, He should have finished that fight first and afterwards gotten the red buff. Come on, get him! Nice. Disrupting that recall, excellent. It's definitely worth the third shot. And yeah, the Morgana is now going to have to come in to clear up this minion wave, because otherwise Yorick is just going to push into the turret and do all the damage that he can possibly do. Anyhow, coming in here are the Nidalee and the Morgana and the Kog'Maw now, but they are not going to, well, they're not going to be able to kill this Yorick anytime soon, because Yorick just will slow them, and that's about it. So yeah, the Nidalee. Bye bye Nidalee. The Nidalee just coming in to get killed. I don't know what she was trying to do there, but that was definitely not a very good engage. And oh, just missing that taunt. That would have been awesome if he hit that, but yeah, unfortunately he did not. And now he needs to run out of here. Yeah, he's going to get hit by a few of these shots, but no real big deal. But Kog'Maw in the late game is going to yeah, be very good, of course. Kog'Maw going for attack speed first, attack speed boots and the zeal. Well, on Kog'Maw you don't need any attack speed. I mean, the Q already gives you attack speed. So what you want is you want damage. You want a lot of damage, and if you have damage and you combine that with the attack speed of the Q, so you level up your Q a couple of times, then yeah, there's basically nothing you need. You don't even need the attack speed. In the end, you do need the movement speed, because that is awesome to have, but yeah, I don't know, these guys. Yeah, well, it's just it's all about knowing your champion, and if you know that your Q gives you attack speed, you know that you shouldn't build attack speed, because attack speed is only useful on champions with well, without attack speed buffs at all, and well, damage is only useful on champions that don't have a lot of damage boosts at all. So for example, Vayne used to be played with a lot of attack speed because she has that huge damage boost from the silver bolts. And yeah, the silver bolts only trigger every third hit, so you needed to get to 3 hits as quickly as possible. And that's the reason why they used to build attack speed on attack speed on her instead of attack damage. Nowadays she's just built with attack damage, because it turns out that it's just way better for harassment in the early game, and which of course is true. And therefore, yeah, attack damage still has its uses. So you're just going to chill here and launch some ghouls at whoever is available. And yeah, for the rest, it's all good. It doesn't really matter what the rest is doing. He's just getting the minions. And yeah, once again, javelins from Nidalee not that effective on this map. People are just, yeah, and not very effective against Yorick, because Yorick will just block them half the time with his minions. And yeah, if you hit one, of course, it does massive damage, and that's just the way it is. And oh, is he going to die? Yes, he is going to die, but he is going to pick up a kill here for his trouble. Come on. No. Doesn't have. Oh, he doesn't have anything. Oh. Yeah, that's a shame. Anyhow, the Annie is just going to push this bottom lane. And yeah, unfortunately, Yorick did not dodge that that Q from Morgana. That what's it called? The oh come on, Dark Binding. That's what it's called. And Duck All the Way seems to have disconnected as well.
A summoner has disconnected.
Yeah, there we go. Duck All the Way. I think they kind of are tired of playing this game already. They are 3k gold behind and 3 kills behind, but the 3 kills are not really the problem. The problem is that they haven't farmed all game. I mean 85 on Yorick and the highest on their team is 44. That's no good. So yeah, Yorick keeps getting that red buff, and that's of course an awesome prize to have. Yeah, the red buff is going to provide you with a slow, it's going to provide you with all kinds of goodness. Another disconnect there, and currently it is 1 versus 3. Who said that? Oh, Yorick. Yorick said that the Q shouldn't have hit him. I'm not actually sure about that, but it was on the edge of the hitbox, I guess.
A summoner has reconnected.
So yeah, I have no clue what these guys are doing, but these are definitely not normal disconnects. So an Archangel Staff on Annie, and that is a strange choice for the 3 versus 3. Well, the Boots of Swiftness are also kind of a very odd choice for 3 versus 3, because the summoner platform is so close, so recalling is really not that big of a deal, and it doesn't add too much for her. I mean, Yorick still has that ability to cast all of his spells, and because he can continue casting spells, because all of his spells have like 5-second cooldown. Well, 5, 6 and 12. And of course there are 105 on the ultimate, but yeah, you have 2 spells that you can continuously cast all game, and Annie doesn't have that. Annie only has her Q that she can spam, that has a 4-second cooldown. This one has an 8-second cooldown, can't really spam that too much. And this one has a 15-second cooldown, and this of course has 115, but yeah, you're never going to spam your ultimate. So having that much mana really doesn't do a whole lot for her. Annie normally builds things like Rod of Ages, Rylai's Crystal Scepter every now and then, but most of the time kind of the tankier items, so the Abyssal Scepter, things like that. And Rod of Ages will still provide you with enough mana to, well, to just keep on casting your spells, and once you run out of health, you just go back for your mana as well. Because, well, the Rod of Ages of course adds some health to your pool as well. Anyhow, what are we going to do here? Oh wow, she has... Okay. So Annie apparently has Surge. And come on, yes, nicely done. And the Surge paying off here, getting her the kill. Yorick just placing a minion there to take some tower shots. And Shen has the Redwind's Omen. Oh, and it's a 1 versus 0 surrender. So yeah, the end game, nobody was online anymore. Oh man. Yeah, so it was a very good showing of how to play with Yorick on the 3 versus 3, but they just had a way better team than the opponents. The opponent should never have had the Kog'Maw, never have had the Nidalee. The Morgana is still good on this map because she's tanky, she has Spell Vamp, and you can just build her the way she's built over here with a whole lot of Doran's Rings and then one big item in the end. And then you have a decent amount of damage as well as a large amount of extra health, because 4 extra Doran's Rings is 4 times 80 health. So that's a lot of extra health on someone who also has a lot of Spell Vamp. Hang on, she has yeah, a pretty decent health pool. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.